Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Friday evening. Hope you've had a lovely week and are looking forward to a nice weekend ahead. If you're joining us on Facebook, it's lovely to have you along and thank you so much for joining us. And if you're a patron, obviously you're doing this at a time that suits you, and we are forever grateful to our patrons for your support, so thank you so much for that. This evening's practice is quite a challenging one. We're going to work on, particularly on our arms and core. So it's short, but beautifully formed, I hope. So without further ado, let us begin by sitting down. And as always throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. So just checking in with yourself here, closing your eyes, becoming aware of your seat bones, and just ensuring you've got equal weight on each seat bone. Nice tall spine, allowing length and space to come into it, so feeling yourself grow. Releasing the shoulders and the jaw. And just let your attention go to your breath as you let go of everything that's going on in your life and in the world. Just leave it outside the door as you remain in the present moment. And inhaling through your nose, allowing your belly to fill with the inhale, and then exhaling through your nose. Being really aware of the movement of your breath, how it interacts with your body. And taking 3 more breaths here like this. And then slowly opening your eyes and just raise your shoulders up to your ears, pushing them back and dropping them down. And again, up and back and down and up and back and down. Bringing your arms up, palms together, elbows together. Raise the elbows up so they're in line with your shoulder. Sitting up tall, and then open those arms out, keeping the upper arms at a parallel to the floor. Opening them out, allowing the chest to open, and then zipping them closed again. And again, opening them out, and drawing them together one more time. Opening them out, and drawing them together. Good. Bringing the hands down, left hand down by your side, raising your right arm up past your ear, and then take a bend towards the left, letting your gaze and chest look up towards the ceiling as we take 2 more breaths here. And then taking that over to the other side again, just to ensure you're getting it right, having the arm running up past the ear to start with, and then coming into that bend towards the right. Chest and gaze looking upwards. And coming up tall once again. Let's just turn like we're turning from the belly button, turn towards the left. You can use your right hand against your left leg to just help you twist a little deeper, sitting up tall. 2 more breaths here, keeping the shoulders nice and soft. And then bringing that over to the other side. And again, another 2 breaths here. And coming back to the center, just open the legs out. So keeping the knees bent, feet out, wider than shoulder width. And with your hands behind you, just let your knees fall over to the right and then fall over to the left. So don't mind that your one side comes away from the mat, that's fine. We're just loosening the hips up a little bit with this. So allow the body to roll with it. And then coming to stillness, and with the head, just let it fall over to the left ear towards left shoulder, and then bringing it in a nice circle all the way around. Once, and then twice, and then a 3rd time. Coming to stillness, take your head over to the opposite direction, right ear towards right shoulder, and take the circle in the opposite direction. And again, doing 3 nice big circles with the head before coming back to the center and to stillness. And from here, let's come onto all fours and then making your way up to stand at the top of your mat. With your feet hip width apart, just check in with the feet that they're pointing forward. Equal weight on both feet, standing up nice and tall. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and engaging your core. So to engage your core, lifting your pelvic floor. To lift your pelvic floor, think about drawing your 2 seat bones together and your pubic bone and tailbone together. So all 4 bones are trying to meet in the middle, and that's lifting your pelvic floor. Then draw the belly button in and up. And that will just bring some engagement into your core. And just hold it for a breath or 2 and then release it. And then lift that pelvic floor once again, drawing the belly button in and up. Bringing the hands behind you, clasping those fingers, just drawing those arms away from the back so you get a really nice stretch in the shoulders and chest. 2 more breaths here. And then releasing the hands. We're going to hinge at the hips to come into a forward fold. Be generous with your knees, bending them as you come down, letting the hands come flat onto your mat. And then from here, just line up your index fingers, open your fingers out nice and wide, and then step your feet back to come into a downward dog. And again, coming in nice and slowly, pedal those feet and legs to just help them begin to stretch and open out. And then when you're ready, coming to stillness. So if you're wondering how far away your feet should be from your hands in downward dog,
If you bring your knees down onto the mat, your hip should be in line with your knee in a nice straight line if you just let the knees drop down. And your hands should be, your wrists should be a little bit in front of your shoulders. So just a nice way to check that your downward dog is a nice shape, and we're shaped like a slide rather than a V. So pushing your hips towards the back of your mat, nice long spine, gaze towards the belly button. Engaging that core, drawing up the pelvic floor, belly button in and up. And one more breath here. And then if your body is cooperating, see, can you come down onto your forearms here? So you'll find it's an extra pull on the legs. Two more breaths here. And then drawing the knees down, push the hips back towards the heels and take a rest. And if that's not a comfortable position for you, this is a resting position. You might find it easier, especially if your hips don't want to come down towards your heels, to have your knees out wide, your feet together, and just fold at the hips, putting one fist on top of the other and rest the forehead. So whichever version works best for you. As we take two more breaths here. And then making your way up onto all fours once again, stepping the hands a little bit forward from the shoulders, curling those toes, pushing up into your downward dog. And this time with the right hand, let it just point towards that left toe. Let the gaze go out under the belly button as we take two more breaths here. And then letting the right hand go back and bring the left hand towards the right foot. And again, looking out under your arm. Good, one more breath. And then bringing that left hand back into position. And from here, we're going to move into a plank. So now we want the shoulders over the wrists, have a little micro bend in the elbows, step the feet back, having the heels directly over the toes and engaging the core here. If you find plank very difficult, you can always just drop your knees to the floor. You're still going to get the benefit of core engagement and a nice little bit of work for the arms. Good, and here comes a bit of a challenge now. Lift your right leg up and just draw the knee into the center of your body and put it back. Trying that again, knee into the center of your body, let's hold it. And one more breath. And draw it back. Bring the knees down, push back. Good. One more breath. And once again, coming up into your plank. This time we're going to draw that right knee in up towards your nose. So we'll allow the spine to round a little as we draw the nose towards the knee and the knee towards the nose. Bringing it back, and once again, drawing it in. Let's hold it. One more breath. And draw it back. Bringing the knees down onto the mat. Step that right foot forward. Keeping the knee over the ankle. Lifting the body up and bring the hands into prayer.
So we're pressing the palms together, elbows are opposite each other, and we're going to take a little twist to the right. One more breath here. And then bringing the hands down, either side of the foot. Let that right knee come down, lining up the knees with the hips, hands slightly forward as we once again lift up into a downward dog. And then forward into your plank, shoulders over the wrists, heels over the toes. One more breath here. Draw the left knee up to halfway up your body and let it come back. And again, drawing it up and holding it. One more breath. And let it come back. Knees down, push back. Good. If your wrists are getting sore, you can just give them a bit of a shake and that will help ease them out of it. One more breath here. And once again, up into your plank. And this time we're drawing that left knee up towards the nose, bending the nose towards the knee. And bringing it back. And once again, drawing it in, holding it here. One more breath. And draw it down. Knees down onto the mat. Stepping the left foot up. So your left knee is over your left ankle. Hands into prayer. Elbows opposite each other. And this time take a twist to the left. Good. One more breath here. How are you doing? We've got a little bit more plank work to do. And then bringing those hands down. Let's once again step back into your plank. Good. Checking in on your form. Little micro bend in the elbows. Shoulders over wrists. Heels over toes. Just raise the right hand up. One more breath. And then changing hands. One more breath. And hands down, knees down, push back. Super. One more breath here. Once again, lifting up, coming into your plank. This time, turn onto the side of the right foot and step the left foot into the center of your mat. Lifting your left hand up, just raise it up to point at the ceiling and look upwards. Good. One more breath here. Let this left hand come down and keep the right foot where it is. Step the left foot across the right foot and then lift the left hand up again. For a wild child pose. One more breath. And bringing yourself back into your plank.
Knees down, push back, super. And then one more breath here. And once again, coming up into your plank, this time turning onto the side of the left foot, stepping that right foot into the center of the mat, and raising the right arm up, letting that gaze look up to the ceiling, trying to have the shoulders in line with each other. One more breath here. Let that right hand come down as you step the right leg across the left, and then draw that right arm up again. One more breath. And bringing the hand down, coming back into your plank, and knees down, pushing back. Two more breaths here. And then when you're ready, bringing yourself up to sit. Let that right leg come out nice and long and draw your left knee in, sitting up nice and tall, equal weight on both seat bones. You can remain like this if you like, or if you want to do a bind, take your left arm, bring it inside your left leg, and then you're going to wrap it around the shin, and with your right hand bring it around behind you, and if you're able to clasp the hands, do. And then when they're clasped, see, can you bring some length into the spine, toes pointing up to the ceiling. Two more breaths here. Good. Releasing the bind. And let the leg come out long. Let's take that to the other side. So bending this right knee. Again, staying like this if you wish, sitting up tall. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Or if you want to do a bind, bring that right arm inside the right leg, wrapping it around the shin, taking this left arm to bring it behind you. And then if you can hold on to your fingers, do. And again, sitting with as long a spine as you can get here in this pose. Two more breaths here. Releasing the bind if you're in it. Letting, just bending this left knee and lowering your back down onto your mat. Hugging those knees into your chest. Take a little movement here to just massage out your back. And when you're ready, let those feet come down onto the mat. Let them come out long, feet flopping out to the side, palms facing upwards. As you close your eyes and just allow your body to completely let go. Letting go your feet,
your legs, the front and back of your torso, your shoulders, arms and hands. Letting go of the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaws, chin, lips and tongue. The whole of your body, just let it go. And finding a moment of gratitude here. Gratitude to yourself for taking this time to do this practice. And let your attention go to your breath as you inhale through your nose into your belly and exhale through your nose.